Child abuse, bullying, racism, and violence are a few of many social ills that pervade South Africa, and women and children are the worst affected. There are several organizations working tirelessly to intervene in different ways to move South Africa a step closer to realizing the ideal set out in the Constitution. Persona Adults Training South Africa is one such organization. Persona Adult Training South Africa is an organization working towards societies that are free of prejudice, where everyone is experiencing dignity, they feel respected and included. The Persona Adult approach is an active learning approach for adults and children. The Laugh Like Dolls and their stories are fun and effective way of achieving inclusion and providing psychosocial support.
How are you, Alice? No, you're not Alice. I'm asking Alice. How are you doing, Alice? Listen to Alice. Alice says she's okay, but she's just feeling a little bit sad. Do you think we can sing a song to cheer her up? Because she's sad.
Yeah. Hey. Luthi ke oludwele igama lalo nguPretty. Namagama amabili. Uthi unguPretty elinye nguZinhle. Bakhona abanye abantu abanamagama amabili ababoni? Okay, enkosi masike siveni ke ba uzophinda thini na? Yo. Hayibo. Hey. Uthi ke uPretty uyintombazana efunda kwesikolo ekuthiwa yiJalamba Preschool. Iminyaka yakhe i6. Kokwabo kuseCoffee Bay. Sasike ukhona umuntu owaye eCoffee Bay apha kuthi?
I was introduced to Persona Dolls approximately 5 years ago. In the beginning, trying to introduce it to my staff went a bit slow and they needed a lot of encouragement, but today I can definitely say they need no more encouragement. And I think that is due to the way the kids accepted the Persona Dolls into our center. Jason, for example, has become a close friend. Kids are familiar with him, they know him. They ask if he hasn't been into the classroom for a while. They'll ask teacher, when is Jason coming to visit us again? It has made a lot of our themes and a lot of our discussions and problems in the classrooms much easier. For example, with deaths in family, Jason would come and visit, and Jason would have lost his grandpa, and he would express his feelings, and that made it easier for some of the kids in the class who have gone through the same things, and it made it so real for them, and they could talk to Jason and question Jason about certain things. Also, the kids have given Jason some ideas on how to cope with these type of problems and things that he had gone through.
Kim lives in an observatory with his mum and his dad and his older sister called Jenny and his grandma. Now, a little bit about Kim. The reason that Kim is so upset and quite worried is that his mum's not very well. Kim's mum sometimes gets ill and then she's better again and she can go to work, but then she sometimes gets ill again and has to stay at home. She has HIV.
The dolls help children and adults to talk about things which are difficult to talk about.
Even if Belia has HIV, you can still play with him. And it doesn't mean you can get HIV because your friend is your friend.
Do you have any suggestions or ideas for Kim for when he goes back to his school tomorrow?
You like stand up for himself.
Sometimes you ignore them and then they'll just stop because they won't get any pleasure
and they'll get frustrated when you...
Let's hear this. So they don't get any pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
And then do you think that would help, just ignoring them?
He has to stand up for himself and stand up for his family and his mother, that's sick. If the other children are nasty, you can just find some other friend, because if they always nasty to them, how can you just stand with a nasty person? You can always go and make another friend.
Tell your mother that all of us feel worried about you.
The focus of the work that we do is to help adults and children to unlearn prejudice like racism, disability and HIV stigma and sexism, and also to develop children's emotional literacy and problem-solving skills and thinking skills.
for Pricer on the Nalibali Reading for Enjoyment campaign. And Nalibali is for, here is the story in English. Then we promote reading for enjoyment in 6 provinces. Then we also publish the bilingual supplements. We came across with personal doll because I also work with children and also addressing like social ills or doing anti-bias work. And also on the campaign, we also had our Nalibali characters. So we have partnered with them in doing or bringing to life our characters that we have, Odinhle, Obella, and Neo, and Needle and other characters. So then we have also attended their trainings of the trainers, then so that we have then incorporated some personal doll elements also in our trainings.
Our training builds understanding and skills to achieve positive value and respect for diversity.
We often find that it's multi-layered, the training, and almost has more than 2 prongs actually of the benefits, because one is for the practitioner, the trainer, who's out in the field either working with other adults or with children directly or indirectly. And for me personally, and I would think for Pat as well, where we find the biggest shifts is for the individual, the participant themselves in terms of their personal growth and development. And we spend a lot of time on that in terms of working with groups. We spend time on self-awareness, self-reflection exercises. You know, we focus a lot, and just in terms of our anti-bias work, which is part of the training. And we're talking about difference and diversity, so it's not about we don't notice difference, we talk about difference. And if you're working with young children and you as an adult believe you're not beautiful because of your hair texture or your skin color or your body shape or size, how then do you affirm a child in your group or in the community who has these attributes or, you know, physical appearances? So it's really about getting the adult to believe that this is, and yes, my skin color and hair texture and hair type is actually me, and it makes me beautiful.
I'm Juanita Bosch. I am the owner and manager of Aphrodisia Crafts. We manufacture the Persona dolls. We started in 2007 with the production of, I think it was about 30 dolls. And from there onwards, we continued to make these lovely dolls.